History is littered with mythologies which tell stories of titans and mortals and freshly created beings interfering with or stealing from the gods or their creators, or not following their instructions, such as Pandora opening a box which she was expressly told not to look into. It is said that Prometheus, the Titan, stole the gift of fire from the gods to give to humanity, to uplift them. These stories often do not have happy endings. Such things occur within the realm of the world of darkness and the unlives of Kindred as well. With that thought in our minds, why don't we dive into Blood on the Bayou? Sora has just finished his discussion with his coterie mates after a bit of time here at Elijah's Haven. And Sora, you have a few things to do still on this evening before you call it quits for the night. Where are you headed?
So I'm heading towards the perhaps one of the many spots that Camille has laid out for individuals of a higher priority that she likes to extract information from to make our neighborhood a better location. I'm not, unfortunately, 100% familiar with the location to really pinpoint where one of these areas are. Fortunately, I'm not from New Orleans. However, I do believe like perhaps somewhere out in the woods, a place a little bit more isolated where even if they attempted to escape, there's not much room for them to run before they are able to be extracted and returned back to their original spot. So
Indeed.
Yeah, so Sora's heading down to that location, which is, just in the signals.
Indeed. The particular safe house, which you know that Camille had extracted the two individuals which you had placed in Torbor into, is actually on the road from New Orleans to Baton Rouge.
Okay.
It is out in that direction, still technically speaking within the control of the city's supernatural powers, and not yet in the territory of those that control Baton Rouge. In sort of a gray area. It's not New Orleans. It's not Baton Rouge. The perfect area for an anarch individual who is not a baron, but is highly regarded in the community to conduct some of their operations in. You do, in fact, make your way to a section of wooded section of woods is what I was going for. Not wooded, a section of woods where Camille has this house set up with a fairly decent underground area, which is used for those who might find themselves in need of a safe house for the day, or also to hold said individuals that might need holding. Upon arriving, you see that this evening there are a few people that are arranged in the building itself, particularly in the underground chambers. There are, you take note of Satori Matsumune, the gangrel. And this evening, Camille is also present. And you see the form of someone who is not necessarily part of this coterie, but is not part of this coterie. It is the Nosferatu individual whose name I have now lost. Gosh. It's unimportant. We will, but a Nosferatu individual who you've dealt with him a few times, but he is known to be sort of a heavy hitter as far as things go, but less so on the information brokering side, more so on the, if you need some bones broken quietly, let me know side of the spectrum.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
Yeah. So this is where you find yourself this evening.
So Sora enters the location, sees the three standing around, and say, "Oh, am I a bit late? What's going on here?"
Evening, sir. No, you're not too late. We were just trying to discuss which one of us would be the correct person to maybe bring these two out of torpor. Good work, by the way. They're not dead, which is, well, I mean, technically we're all dead, but they're not dusted. So good work.
Thank you. It was a bit hard. I did receive some encouragement from some fellow Coterie mates to return them back to the land of the stars. But fortunately, I was able to reduce it to just a point to where we could be able to extract information. So, because there was some strange things going on there, and we need all the information we could get.
The Nosferatu individual sort of raises his voice and he says, I was told that you all had gotten the all those Wolfie lot involved there, and they seem to have taken care of at least some of the problems that you found in the area.
Yeah, so we received word that this kind of lies in their territory as well, like what these Kindred were doing. So they have a special interest in these kind of things, and my territory, I still feel strange to say, is primarily there to help facilitate a alliance with the were creatures. So I felt this was another way we could be able to extend the olive branch of sorts to show that we were on the same side. And I think it came along okay. We'll have to get further information after they extract everything they have and provide us what they were able to find.
Well, better you than me, kid. That's all I'm saying.
What do you mean?
I don't know how old you are, but Let's just say it's not always been the easiest dealing with those furry sons of bitches.
That's a bit extreme. What did they do to you? Okay.
Well, we'll we'll talk about that another time.
Okay.
Anyway, question is, these folks here, how old are they? Who's gonna be old enough to wake them?
I'm not sure. Was I able to guess what if they were like, um, if they were like thin bloods or if they were full blown kindred? Like, were we able to extract that information by chance or?
You have understood that Quinn's sire originally was a thin blood, and these people had been sired by him as well, so they would have also been thin bloods. However, you had seen them using some of these abilities, so it has been surmised at this point in time that they are full kindred.
So I'm not. I believe they're not early generation. They're definitely much later because the person who they were working for was a thin blood. So anyone that's has like thicker blood, I guess, should be able to awaken them. I'm new. I'll be honest. I have no problem saying I'm kind of fresh on the scene, so I don't think I could be able to do it. Maybe, but he looks towards Camille. Like Camille, you probably could.
Yeah, I could. Satori sort of like elbows the Nosferatu guy in the ribs and says, "I told you, pay up. Told you they can't be older than a couple of nights at least." And say, "Yeah, I'll give you your money, shit." And hands are like $50.
Well, yeah, okay. Hold on a second. I was like, I should at least get a 10% of the cut. You know, if I was the decider of this response, you know what? We'll talk about that later. And then they'll look towards Camille and say, "So I'll be honest. I'm not really, I'm not used to interrogating people. I'm used to drawing. This is still kind of new. So is it right if we could do like good cop, bad cop? Like I'll be the gentle hand because normally I'm gentle unless I have to push them through a wall like a football player. But and then you could be like the bad cop if they start to act rowdy."
I think we could work something out like that. Sure. And Camille looks to the other two. Is like, you two just keep an eye out if anything untoward happens. But I think waking them up, they'll still be pretty fucked up. So it should be okay. We'll start with one at a time. And Camille does lead you into, as she opens the door, she leads you into some of the holding cells that are built into this facility here. The bars themselves of the sort of open prison-like rooms. They are pretty thick as well. They seem very newly made as far as things go, or at least well upkept. So not really like newly made, but well upkept. So there's no rust or anything on them. And you are aware that in many of these locations, Camille had also taken the precaution to also make sure that most of the cells like this, that the bars were also sort of like silver coated, just in case.
Okay.
But you see that the two individuals are in separate cells, and they have been sort of like, as they were in torpor and their bodies were sort of like stiff in a position where you had bashed them against the wall, they've been sort of like tied to sort of upright stretcher things, but more not necessarily a stretcher, like a sort of like a almost like a metal operating table as such, but upright instead
Mm.
of horizontal. And they've sort of been strapped to these kind of things. And Camille leads you to the cell of one of the individual that you had taken out that appeared to be male.
Mm-hmm.
And she sort of bites into her wrist and gets some blood into the individual to wake them up. It takes a little bit of time, and you can see that some of the wounds heal a bit. Their chest is still quite, caved in, but it pops out just a little bit in that very unnatural sound, which a human being should still be dead at this stage. But yeah, their eyes sort of flutter open, and then
There you are. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Well,
Ow.
sorry about that. Well, not really. You captured one of my friends, but it's okay. You're with us now, and that's a good thing. You and your friend.
Friends?
You point towards their counterpart, who's still in torpor, pretty much strapped up, looking like the Princess Bride on the table.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Friends.
so you're not friends. You all do know each other. You not part of the same coterie of sorts.
Coterie.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting word. I don't know this word. We are part of the same mission, yes.
Can you tell us a bit about this mission?
Well, I'm sure everyone will find out about his glory soon.
Who's he?
The one who will save all of us. Save you if you embrace his word.
And the name of this so-called Messiah is?
I understand he has many names.
Or he's one of those.
But they will bring I'm still in quite a lot of pain here. It's good work. You should give in to those impulses more often. You do well.
Is that what your Messiah tells you? To dive in deeper into those impulses that allows you to perform tasks such as what I just done?
Yes. It's the only way to bring God back to this miserable world. It's the only way to make us whole again. Now, do you want to be yourself again? Human?
That's your goal? To become more human? And you took this route? What? So what did this Messiah tell you? How does sacrificing people bring you closer to humanity?
No. You misunderstand. There's no sacrifice of people. No, we release them, and their gifts will bring us all closer. If we call loudly enough, then God will listen. God will come back home. That is what we want, then we can be human again. It is only through the deepest sin that God will pay attention and wipe the slate clean and rebirth us anew.
So, I hate to tell you this, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. And the route you went is one of the most difficult routes humanly possible. It doesn't make much sense. I am on a very similar path that you are. It does require recapture individuals. It does require scanning people or taking people's lives as such. And already, I'm reaching closer to how I used to be. I can drink wine now. I can see I get up a little bit earlier, almost every day. And slowly but surely, I'm heading towards the path that I was meant to be. It doesn't take any of the steps that you just did. So how about this? How about you tell me all of the information you know about your group, your society, and the plans that they have. And I promise you, I can help you along the way to access the same goal that I'm currently going.
I think you are very confused.
In what way?
What you do is a stopgap. What we want to do is a cure.
You mean get rid of Kindred as a whole?
Kindred. I don't know this word.
How new
All
are you?
those born of sin and darkness, those beasts which change their shape, those which flaunt these magics which they steal from the Creator and God Himself, all of them, we were successful in the first test. We brought the sun and called many of the unfaithful out. The next test will be much more useful.
Can you tell us a bit more about this next test?
You see the man sort of tilts his head up a little bit. I think I'm being called home. And I need you, please, to make a dexterity and athletics check for me.
Okay.
Yes, your dodging specialty does apply.
Yeah, I was just like, It sounds like something I had to learn back in the wilderness with Camille. So I'm like, all right. Give me 1 second while I bring up this pool. All right. You know what? Just to be able to say something, I'm going to rouse the blood.
Sure.
Don't get hungry. Perfect. Okay. Boop. Ooh, okay, that's a crit. 4, 5, 6. 7 successes with a crit.
It's definitely more than enough. Yourself and Camille instinctively back up as suddenly this man lets out a blood-curdling scream as his entire body is engulfed in that same reddish-greenish flame that you had seen employed at the motel. But not just that. The cell across where the female figure was is also, her body is engulfed in the same flame.
Damn it.
I need you to make a frenzy check for me as well, please. Can we also make that? So it is your resolve plus a third of your humanity, rounded down.
Yeah. That's definitely good. Good one for me. Because of my humanity being so high. Does now I've always been curious.
Mm-hmm.
Does a swayable mind also help with that by chance for frenzy checks?
For rot check,
No.
it's not like something is directly messing with your brain, Juju. It's more like just an internal feeling. So
Gotcha.
I want to say no, but
No
I
worries.
will have a look at some things down the line to see differing ideas on that. Yeah, Camille is fine. She manages not to get me rot check there.
All right. No worries. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
4 successes is enough, yes. All right. The fires consume the bodies of these 2 kindred, and you and Camille instinctively back away far enough from the flames as they are eventually stopping screaming, and
Can we see
the
where it's coming
smell
from?
of
Like,
that smoke.
is there like an attack that just came through? Like, where did the combustion come from? Like, can we get a source, or did it come?
You were close enough to see that it came from inside the body of the individual.
Oh, ew. Ew, you see Sora just like look to the side like, oh, they got alien. And then and then
Alien.
yeah, they turn around. It's like, this is not good. We barely got any time to extract information from them.
I think we got a lot of information in terms of that they're fucking insane.
I don't understand. Like, they say they want to transition to humanity, but they want to cure instead of. Oh, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard.
But you heard what he said, right? Talking about the night when the sun was out and we were called.
Yeah.
They were responsible for this.
Which is it? It's not surprising. From what I recall, I remember hearing about their bloods being able to walk into sun. So, I mean, it makes sense that some of them may be able to even call them. I mean, that's extremely powerful, though. And this is also something we have to be very cautious about, because the last thing we want is for like the prince to be like, oh, their bloods are bad, and then issues out some type of like blood hunt on them bloods and such. So yeah, this is a tricky situation.
Well, from what I remember, your friends, when they had recovered some of those people that were taken in pods, they were taken to that man's place, your friend.
Oh, Finn?
That's the one. It's probably worth looking into any more information they might have gotten out of that.
I definitely will. How did I do? Did I do a good job on this? I know we didn't get much, but
well, you know, when somebody essentially takes a cyanide pill, you did as well as you could.
That's true. Okay. I guess if you have any pointers in the future that may help me out. I felt like I got I felt we were on the same page. We were talking about, reaching to humanity. I was like, perfect. We're on the same page. I can bring them back to the light. And then they took this direction. So I know. This is hard.
Camille sort of puts a hand on your shoulder, and for a moment she's wanting to console you, but she's also like, she looks a little bit. She's like, You really have been working out, but that's besides the point. I was trying to be comforting right now. Um, I think people have a different idea of what that means, it seems. And I don't know how easy it is to negotiate with cultists, but apparently not that easy. I just, I think I'm probably going to have to get, I'm going to have to call Jezebel, aren't I? I have to call Jezebel.
Who's Jezebel?
You remember Jezebel, Jezebel the Tremere?
Oh, wait, no, please don't. No, Jezebel, please, pretty please.
Jezebel's fine. She just never shuts the fuck up.
Well, but I mean, like, between, Tremers and,
Yeah, you don't have to be here when she comes. I just want to know if she can figure out if this was an internal trigger or if this was something external.
Okay, just when she does come by, can you just send me a text and be like, the eagle has landed. Please stay far away, and therefore I can kind of know not to come by when she's around.
I mean, she's definitely not a person to be giving away others' secrets, from what I understand. She had a little bit of work done. So because she was having an issue with certain interested parties, which is why she's now permanently here and a pain in my ass.
Oh, why did I know this?
Well, I don't think everyone knows exactly why she came here and had some work done. But we have sources.
Okay. Well, if I am needed, I will definitely come by. Of course, if you ever need my help to come through, I would be there. Just know I may be a little on edge if she's around, but I'm pretty sure you could understand why.
I understand. Well, at least for tonight, we've gotten something, perhaps.
We got some good stuff. But I'll definitely let I feel like this is my coterie and the other is my coterie, so I gotta come up with a name for my two coteries. Right now, one of you all will be 1.0 and the other will be 2.0, but I'll share this information with my other coterie so they can know.
All right, kid. Well, I will see you next time once we get more information out of this.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thanks again. And they'll put up their hood and make sure, especially as they leave the location, make sure they're not being followed. Make sure there's no warning eyes around, because this is a
perception and awareness. Oh, wits and awareness. Sorry, wits and awareness.
Height the sisters or this bad baby, because I don't need anybody over here to be like, oh, these folks is over here, come in and bomb this location. So, perfect. Woohoo! Thank you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 with the crit.
Well, as you are leaving, something you do notice as you're sort of like traveling out in your car, or I'm assuming you came there by car.
Oh yeah, my nice fancy car now.
You're taking your fancy car to the woods? Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, actually, yeah, not this one. This will probably be more of the Nissan, the Nissan. What was the new one that just came out? Nissan Z. That's what it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Elijah would be mad at me if I took my fancy car.
Yeah, I mean, as you were driving away, you do actually notice in sort of one of the trees, fairly well hidden, but not well enough hidden from your exceptional eyesight at this point in time, the rather large figure of a guru.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be hunting but it does seem to be keeping watch.
Oh. And now I just remembering the note that the Nosferatu individual mentioned. And they're going to keep that in the back of their brain they're not going to approach the Nosferatu individual. This time maybe they'll get like a third party info from Camille to see if maybe there's some history there that they should be aware about, especially with Sora being the liaison to the were creatures. They need to know if there's any fractions between the ranks. So yeah, they'll definitely clock that and keep that in mind.
Very good. Mm-hmm. And as Sora returns to his own haven for the evening, all of you have enjoyed a few restful nights, taking care of a few bits and pieces here and there, perhaps digging into some more information. And it is roughly 3 to 4 days after you had met before at Elijah's Haven. During your day sleep, it is very unusual for Kindred to dream. For all intents and purposes, when Kindred close their eyes for the day sleep, they are as dead as a corpse. But on this day, you do dream. Each of you are separate in your own dreams. What you see before you is a hallway. The floor made of some kind of hardwood, lit with light, but the sides of the hallway are darkened, almost empty. You find yourself in the stream walking forward, the sounds of your footfalls echoing on the hardwood floors. And in front of you, there is an ornately carved wooden door, almost arched at the top. Around the doorway begin to grow vines and plants, sort of encircling the frame. As the vines begin to grow, blood red roses, the thorns seem to drip with blood. You hear a voice. It is almost time. You all wake up from your day's sleep. Everyone please make their rouse check.
I just raised my hand in the air like, Sakura!
It wasn't me that I know of.
When it is not hungrier.
I'm good.
Nikolai is hungrier.
Michaela is hungrier, and I want to double check where I'm at because
Nikolai's at 3, so he's legit hungry now.
Oh,
Michaela's at
Nice.
3 as well.
somebody's about to die.
Very nice. Would any of you care to make hunting rolls for this evening before you begin your festivities?
I would
Like
like
the way
to
you
make a
said that.
hunting roll. I would like to make a hunting roll.
Very
What
good.
is my hunting roll?
You are a sandman. I will find it for you.
Give me a treat.
Dexterity and stealth.
Oh,
Yeah, the num while they're asleep, right? I think that's what it is.
I'm gonna roll my dexterity and stealth. Yes.
And yeah, I am going to go ahead and hunt.
I'm okay. Quinn's not too hungry, so he's got some bags in the fridge.
3
He's just wondering about this
successes.
stupid dream.
How many successes?
3.
3 successes. 3 successes this evening. It is very difficult. You try to find people that have perhaps dozed off in the library. You seem to find that there are a lot of late nighters up and discussing, and very few people asleep in the area. You wander past some houses and have a look and see, I wonder if there's some way I could get inside there safely without anybody knowing. And it's just not your night to be able to find an easy way to do this, at least in your conventional way of hunting. If
Alright.
there was something else you would want to try, you
I'm
could
actually
go for it.
checking what lingering kiss me or awe presence might do.
All makes you more,
I'm looking at lingering kiss.
just makes
What
you
does
more.
that
It makes you more attractive and approachable, and people want to generally be around you, and
Doesn't make them go to sleep though.
it doesn't make them go to sleep.
And lingering kiss is an ability to basically make people addicts to
Yes.
you feeding on them, which
Yes.
does help in future hunting because you've got basically a blood slave, but they tend to get anemic and eventually die.
Alright, well, there's really nothing I can do.
There's always something you can do. You can
Oh.
mug somebody on the street. It's a different
A rat.
role, but it's an
He's a
approach.
rat.
Yeah, you could attempt to try and seduce somebody.
Nah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna knock someone out in the
Wow.
alleyway.
So violent.
All right. So first make a perception and awareness roll for me to see if you can find somebody by themselves in an alleyway.
Kayla's got this
Perception?
just
What's
brutal
perception?
bent going.
Oh, sorry,
on.
wits. I keep saying
No,
perception. Wits and awareness.
Alright, cool.
Oh, perception is 20, right? 20th
I
edition.
think so, if I'm
Mhm.
remembering correctly, but also I have D&D on the brain.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It is 5 successes.
After being frustrated that you could not find somebody the usual way, you spend a bit of time walking along the streets and eventually do find somebody slinking off into an alley coming out of a restaurant. They look as if they might be staff of some sort coming from a staff exit, and they're heading towards a back alley to have a cigarette.
I am going to use my blink to quickly like blink behind them and just sort of knock them out
All
by
right.
hitting them with
So
the head.
I believe Blink is a rouse check.
Is it?
I believe so. But you were definitely able to use it.
Does it make me hungrier if I just do like a rouse check? And yeah, it's
If you
success anyway.
fail.
It's a
All right.
success.
So you blink behind this person, and you can go ahead and see if you can knock them out with a strength and brawl.
Cool.
Or
Maybe
if you
like a
would
headlock.
like to attempt to go for a grapple and bite instead to make it very quick, because blink is super quick, you could go for a strength and athletics if that would work.
They're
Better for
the
you.
same. I'm going to do strength and brawl.
Okay.
It is only a 2 success, which is the max success I can get, because I only have 1 dot in athletics and 1 dot in strength.
Luckily for you, they are surprised because you've literally blinked behind them. So they don't even know that you are there, as it was instantaneous. 2 is enough in this specific circumstance of the person didn't know you there, you're from behind, you're probably going to whack them on the head with something, is enough to knock this person out. So now they are asleep.
I'm going to eat the blood. Not
How
going to
much
fully
blood
drain
would you
them,
like to take?
but enough to bring me down to hunger 1.
You like eat
All
it with a
right.
spoon?
So 2.
Yeah.
All right. So after your now successful mugging, you are sated as the vitae courses through your veins. Nikolai,
and
what route?
I apply lingering kiss too.
All right.
Cool.
So they will be very unaware of exactly what this feeling is that they're feeling, because they were asleep while it happened.
Yeah.
So this person is going to have a hankering for something that they don't understand.
That's okay. It'll be great. I'm sure that won't bite me in the butt later.
How about Nikolai? In which specific route are you going this evening? A dead person or a person that is on their way out?
He's just gonna go find a corpse this evening. A little bit easier, generally speaking. I already made the check. It's 8 successes with a crit.
Indeed. You are able to get yourself down to under 1, I believe. I don't think you can get to 0 on a corpse.
No, you can't get to 0 on a corpse.
Yeah.
But that's fine. He's trying to not kill people all the time now. He's working on things, working on him.
Working on himself.
Yeah. Nikolai got
journey.
self-help
I'm
books on
working
Kindle.
on myself.
Maybe I won't murder.
But when he gets up initially, he would let Elijah know that he's going to head over to the hospital to get something to eat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just are you coming back here or
Did we technically have any plans this evening as a Coterie? I don't think we did technically.
Oh, I don't think so. I think we were just going to meet up. Sorrow is, of course, going to plan to give the information that they found, but yeah, outside of that, I would think it was not too many plans.
well,
Yeah, I'll
I'm-
stop back here after I get something to eat. I just weird dream last night, which is odd in and of itself.
yeah, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm not dwelling on anything tonight.
Well, I know that Sora wanted to get everybody together again this evening and chat, so we'll have to figure out what's going on with that too. But
It's gonna be after my bath. I'm taking one thing at a time.
wholeheartedly understand. And he'll walk over and put his hands on either side of Elijah's face and just lean in and give him a kiss. And then
He nips back with a playful little grin on his face. Go
Sounds
get
about
yourself
right.
something to eat. Go.
And he'll head out to the hospital and probably takes a moment to find a suitable corpse that isn't so cold that it's not drinkable, but I do have iron gullet, so I can drink semi-cold blood, so I can find some dead body.
With that amount of successes, not a problem.
Awesome.
Not a problem. Sakura and Quinn are at the cottage. But Quinn, it's been a couple of nights now since everything took place. It's been almost a week, in fact, since you've been learning to live with your new self, and you've been feeling kind of like almost like you have like a rash of sorts, but it's not like a rash. It's like an allergy. Maybe Sakura's place has got like dust mites or something that seem to be bothering your skin. But you're thinking like, it's not really super comfortable for you here. You should probably find somewhere of your own to live again.
Waking up, feeling tired, and walking around the house going, ugh, ugh, ugh. Sakura, there's something wrong with your house. I'm sorry. It feels strange here.
I would argue there's something wrong with you as opposed to my house.
Oh,
And she is sitting on the couch reading her very favorite book.
maybe too many scented candles. I don't know.
Can't. Okay. You know, again, I think it's a you thing because the humans seem to like it. The Kindred who stopped by seem to like it. So it's you.
It's fair enough, perhaps. You planning on going out tonight?
Yeah, I have some harpying to do.
You got a show or something?
No, do you still not know what this means? We really need to step up your education. Oh my goodness. I'm the Harpy of New Orleans for the Camarilla. Do you know what that means?
I mean, you don't look like a harpy.
So no was the answer I was looking for there. You were there when I was up. How have we not taught you that we really need to pay more attention to you? Yeah, no, I'm like a messenger for the prince, sort of. I take care of disputes and favors, and I'm working my way up to seneschal if I can, which is like the prince's right hand.
Cool. So you're like his administrative assistant.
First off, her. Second,
sorry,
it's not.
I can't keep track of these things.
It's
There's
okay.
just so many people.
It's weird because I technically.
Wait, are we people?
Yeah, it's weird, right? Technically, I don't report to the prince, but also I do report to the prince because I'm not officially the harpy, but because no one actually trusts an official harpy, that defeats the purpose of harpy. But I still am recognized as harpy, so it's very tricky. But basically, I just deal with everyone, which is why I was so concerned with what happened, because that's something I have to deal with.
That sounds very overly complicated. They should probably simplify that a little bit, make it easier for you.
If it was easy, I wouldn't be any good at it.
All right.
Which is why I'm vying for seneschal. Even more power.
That sounds like more headaches, but hey, you know what? You do you. That's okay.
Power is a very good shield.
Yeah.
It's also a target, but I have enough targets. One more doesn't hurt.
Well, you see, the trick is just paint the target on your shield so that it's dual purpose.
Honestly, with our coterie, we're covered in targets. But it's another headache.
Well, I'm just surprised you're able to maintain this public persona.
It's not easy. Yeah, no, I take a night and I take one night like off and I film everything that I'm going to use for the next month or so and schedule it. So it looks like I'm making a new video every day.
That's smart.
It's a lot of work, but it only takes me a night. I do the outfit changes. I have a special room in my room.
That's smart. Yeah, good use of time. I can appreciate that.
Yeah, it works out for me. It's what I like to do. And then if you add the extra Kindred responsibilities, it's a lot, but I manage. I work best with more going on than I do with less going on.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that that's working out so well. So, that just scratches.
Do you have fleas? Do not bring fleas into my house. What do you?
No, I don't have fleas. I'm not a dog, but it's just, I don't know. I just woke up. It's really itchy this morning. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I need to change the sheets. I don't know. I think maybe I get some fresh air. Have you heard anything from Elijah or Nikolai?
Not relevant. I mean, I talk to Elijah all the time, but nothing that matters.
Okay. Maybe I'll try to get a hold of Nikolai. I want to talk to him about some stuff anyway. I'm just trying to do some learning.
Oh, I shouldn't let you, but I can't stop you. Please tread carefully with Nikolai.
What's wrong with Nikolai? He seems like a perfectly nice. He's a little out of the box.
The fact that that's your take says a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, it was a little startling last week, or last time we
startling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's startling news, just kind of right out there in the open. I was like, wow, that's a lot to take in. I need a bigger book.
Oh no, you're so much more dangerous now. Oh God. And that's your opinion? Oh goodness. Oh, you think he's nice and now you're, oh.
Well, he's nicer than people trying to kill us. So, that's kind of the barometer.
If I told you what I'm worried about, you do it. So I can't say anything.
Are you worried that I'm going to worship the devil?
No, that's Michaela.
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid you're going to worship the other guy.
I don't know what other guy you're talking about, but I'm not really too keen on either of them.
You're going to learn quite a bit about the other guy from Nikolai.
You think I'm going to worship Nikolai?
No. Okay. So the Bahari, of which I am a part of, we worship the Dark Mother, Lilith.
Ah, okay.
One of her biggest enemies is who Nikolai worships, which is Cain.
Ah, okay. So they don't get along too well then.
No, they're the reason Nikolai and I bicker.
Well, as long as things stay civil and you guys don't eat each other, I guess it's all right.
And we may not, but there are others in our respective factions that do. I'd be lying if I said that it didn't happen.
I mean, my dad was a dick, so wouldn't surprise me.
We need to get you into a crash course. God, I didn't even consider that when Kenny left, you were sireless.
Well, now I'm really sireless.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he never claimed you, so he is never responsible for your education. That was Kenny's job. And then he left, and no, you weren't claimed, and you weren't ready to, basically,
he left me with some books.
This is all administrative stuff, which is my job. Keeping track of who's claimed by who's supposed to be doing what, and you slipped through the cracks because I was securing my job.
Well, it's okay. You're busy. You got a lot of stuff going on.
So we need to figure
Give you some books, some reading material. Maybe Kenny forgot to give you them.
Actually, I do. And I should give you one before Nikolai does. And she will take out one of her hand copied books of the Dark Mother that she has made multiple of so she can give them to those in her garden. Nikolai is also probably going to give you a very different book. Actually, I don't know if he has one. His are harder to get a hold of. Anyway, I have one. And she will hand over a little, like, handmade book.
Oh, what's it look like? Oh, okay. Oh, wow, this is interesting. Does it have any effect on me? Does it make me cringe? Like a palpable reaction.
You feel definitely like more itchy when you hold on the book.
Oh, that's I've got like I'm just gonna. All right, cool. This looks good. Is this it? Like, is this all the is this like? I thought there were some pamphlets. You mentioned Camarilla earlier, so I figured.
Well, that's a separate thing. This is more of a religious thing, but I can, if you want a rundown on the Camarilla, I can give you that as well. That is also kind of my job. I have a lot of jobs.
PowerPoint presentation.
You pretty much.
So it's
Welcome to the Coterie.
You can probably just email me. I think that might be fine.
You
Pretty
are
easier.
technically under the Coterie banner, whether you intend to be or not, because you were claimed under the name of Coterie. So it's tricky. It's very technical. Luckily, it doesn't mean too much here because the Anarchs and Coterie here have a bit of an agreement.
All right. Well,
But in
that
different
sounds,
cities, it would matter.
that sounds cool. Quinn's holding the book and looking at it and just kind of scratching a little bit more.
Would I recognize what is happening?
Not necessarily.
Am I thrown back to when Kenny couldn't step near me and Michaela?
I mean, he can step near you.
Like a satchel on me. I was getting ready to like maybe head out. I might like kind of slip the book into the satchel because I like quickly because it's making me uncomfortable.
Let's say you can make a wits and insight roll.
Because I don't know as though Quinn's even really aware of like what's going on. He's just like he knows he'll probably put it together sooner or later, but like right now he's not really sure what the heck's happening.
That's only one success.
Only one success. I mean, yeah, maybe he does have an allergy to something in this place, which is weird because he's dead. But you've seen weirder things happen.
He's got an allergy to religion.
Michaela, as you finished up your evening bite, where were you headed?
I was actually headed to Sakura's place.
Okay. Well, as Quinn is leaving the door, you are probably going to be entering.
Hey, Quinn.
Hey, how are you doing? It's a little nicer out here. Maybe it's just fresh air. Maybe it's a little scratchy inside.
How's being a full, like? Do you like it?
It kind of feels similar. I don't know. I mean, I have bigger teeth now, so that's nice. He's playing with his teeth.
At least this time you don't have to cut anybody open.
Well, I mean, I usually just
you would still, but like this time, not with a knife with the teeth.
I guess if I was desperate, I usually just I got packs in the fridge. So.
Oh right, you do Capri Suns. That makes sense.
What's it? Yeah.
You know what a Capri Sun is. You're human.
Maybe. I mean, just because I'm a human doesn't mean I need them. Maybe I didn't run across them as a kid.
All right.
They're still commercials. Like
you know
what a Capri Sun is. You can't
shut
not.
up. You can't not know it. All right. Well, I'll see you around, I guess.
I'm gonna go try to find. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Nikolai. I'm asking questions. You haven't talked to him lately, have you?
Please be careful. I know you're not going to, but please try.
I mean, Nikolai seems all right, but I wouldn't get education from him.
See,
well, maybe you know what? She's right, Sakura. Maybe Michaela, you can help get me in contact with Lucifer, he can give me some better education.
No, wrong. Wrong one.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no connection to Lucifer.
This was the wrong message. Oh God, why do I try talking to you? Why do I make attempts?
I have no idea why you want me to contact Lucifer when I have no connection to him anymore.
That is the wrong.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. Well, just worth a shot, I guess. I figured, somebody's got information about something. It's probably that guy.
Why do you
right?
want to talk to Lucifer?
I don't know. I'm just trying to learn. I'm a student of knowledge.
He's taking all the wrong messages from me.
Why don't you go?
Quinn, do me a favor and roll perception and insight. Michaela, do me a favor and roll resolve and subterfuge.
All right. Where is my resolve 3 and subterfuge is.
You mean awareness and insight?
Nope. Perception. Sorry. Yes. Sorry, not perception.
Okay.
Wits and insight.
Wits and insight. Okay.
That's 6 successes.
Okay.
You got 3 successes.
Okay.
You
feel something stir in you, Quinn, but you're not really sure too much what it is. But that's all. But you're itchy. You feel kind of weird. But you're happy to be out of the house. That's about it.
Just be careful.
No, of course. Try not to, get
I'll see
baked or anything. Yeah, I guess I'll see you later. Have fun in the garden or whatever, I guess.
If you kill anyone, just tell me where so I can deal with it, okay? Try not to kill anyone, please.
Oh, yeah.
But I know that you probably might, so just tell me where so I can smooth it over.
Ricky comes out of the front door and he has a little bowl of blood ice cream that Quinn has put together, and he is like, "You're killing people?"
No, I don't know.
Hopefully not.
It's a lot of work.
Okay. He turns back and goes,
I love him so much.
Typical 5-year-old.
It's funny because he is older than me. Like it's weird.
He's got the mind of a child.
I know. It's fascinating.
I guess if you become old enough, eventually you just revert back to childhood.
I mean, I guess it'd be hard to keep that much information in your brain.
So I just Control Alt Delete and wiped his brain.
I know what it seems like, actually.
Nikolai, once you had finished up your snack, were you intending to get hold of Elijah again or meet back there, or what?
Well, I was trying to give Nikolai a call, by the way, as well, so I don't know when he's going to get that.
Okay.
That's coming in now or beforehand, or...
Yeah, I mean, this is all during your wake up scenario. So this is Nikolai's definitely finished eating by now. I'm just wondering, what were Nikolai's plans directly afterwards?
Going back to the apartment and connecting back up with Elijah.
All right. And how about Sora's specific plans?
Sorry, I was muted. So Sora's specific plans was to actually stop by Finn first to talk about what they've learned. And then after that, go ahead and meet up with the group. Because we're also not sure exactly where we're meeting up at. Since the Fontaine house has a universal disdain from 95% of the Coterie. So I think these two need to get clarification of where we're meeting up at. And in the meantime, they're going to stop by Finn's place.
Excellent. So, Quinn, as you are leaving the Sakura's garden, and Nikolai has arrived back home to Elijah, you are wanting to give Nikolai a call.
Ring, ring, ring.
Ring, ring.
Good evening, Mr. Hamish.
Hi, Nikolai. Yeah, have you been busy the last few days? It's been kind of nothing's really been going on. It's been kind of quiet.
I've been taking care of a few matters with Elijah. Nothing terribly major or pressing.
Oh, well, that sounds good. Just kind of keeping things quiet. It's a nice change of pace from the busy schedule we had before and all the chaos. It's a little. I was wanting to talk to you about some stuff. Maybe get access to your library to do some reading and ask your advice on some things. But I think my most pressing thing right now is he's scratching his neck while he's talking on the phone. He's got the stupid book in his thing. He's like, I think I might have to find a new pad somewhere because Sakura's place, I don't know. She says it's fine, but I don't know. I woke up this morning, it's kind of itchy. Felt like she got like something weird going on at that place. Just not the most comfortable house to be living in anymore. Maybe it's all the weird hoodoo stuff she's doing with the Lilith thing or whatever. She gave me this crazy book.
In my experience, they do enjoy their propaganda.
Yeah, she didn't get too much into it, but she seemed a little, I don't know. Sakura's Sakura. You know how it goes.
They're very excitable, the Bahari.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it was more with like her role as the what was it, harpy something. And I said, "You don't look like a harpy," and he was like, and I was like, "All right, well,
fair. That's fair."
But yeah, no, I wanted to start, I guess, learning more about my condition and how to control myself and other potential pitfalls of this, I guess, newfound, I don't know, thing I am now associated with, so that I could try to, see what I can do. Maybe I could start playing around in the lab, and perhaps there's a solution somewhere. Who knows? But can't start from zero. Without knowing anything about it.
Well, to be fair, I think it would probably be best at this point for you to have at least someone guiding you at this point, because you have been rudderless for a while. And in fairness, that's mostly by design.
Yeah, my dad was a dick.
Well, and not just that. Your previous position as a thin blood, it didn't really do you any favors. The sects, they tolerate your kind at this point. In fairness, all of them do, but it's still kind of a second-class citizen type situation. So you've kind of been left on the outside more than you probably should have. And with your new complications, that just escalates matters to an entirely new level. So, for the time being, why don't you come over and stay at Elijah and I's shared apartment?
Oh, sorry, I should mute myself.
Is Elijah okay with that?
We've been discussing the situation of, well, your situation, Mr. Hamish. And we're in general agreement that you need someone watching over you.
Oh,
And in this situation, you have the benefit of both members of the tower and the movement keeping an eye on you, which is likely for the best. Both organizations will certainly have a keen interest in you.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to make waves. I don't need to draw any unnecessary attention from the outside. We're all friends and associates here, to whatever extent. Sakura seemed to be taken aback, but I said, you seemed like a nice guy. But, I figure that you guys just maybe, have a different way of doing things. She said something about probably, I think you guys had different religious beliefs or something. But,
Yes, the Bahari would certainly argue that any Nodist is clearly a religious fanatic. I fall much more in line with the historian bent of the Nodist way of thinking. I've reviewed documents and stories from elders and pieced together what I am able to of what is likely the truth of Kindred history. Now, there is certainly some cult mentalities that have sprung up over some of the figures that exist within this history, just like it has been with human history for many years. Things reach mythical proportions and the information starts getting skewed and lost in translation. And some people become obsessive about these things. Full disclosure, where I was brought up, the sect that I now find myself on the run from, the Sabbat, is essentially a crazed cult based around a lot of these precepts. Fascinatingly enough, many of the faiths that you now see springing up in Kindred culture, they originated from the Sword of Cain. The mass exodus that the sect has seen in its dwindling hours, which I dare say are not dwindling, those defections brought with them faiths that had long since been forgotten, and certain events have woken various political affiliations up to some of the realities of the world that we exist in. In the early 2000s, there was the Week of Nightmares, where quite possibly the founder of one of the clans rose up and began consuming its childer. It lends credence to some of these cults' beliefs, but again, I think they lose a lot of it in allegory and fanaticism.
Well, you know what they say, history is written by the victor, so sometimes you have to read between the lines.
And sometimes it just takes time to find the artifacts that are necessary, or in some cases, those who are old enough to have witnessed certain things.
Yeah, I can imagine elders or what have you, whatever they're called, are probably pretty selective about who they keep around. And sure, it's dangerous to be old in our circles.
Very much so, but it's also dangerous to be young, and when you're one of our kind.
It's just dangerous in general.
But yes, yeah. I think in particular with some of the access that I have to things that would be of benefit for you in your research and experiments, I would be a good fit for you.
You know, I tend to agree because I spend so much time at the lab anyway, at the school. You know, I figure you've probably got some of your personal library back there that would just make it so much easier than borrowing books or having to like come in and read for a little while. But it just and you know, I'm sure it's probably less itchy over there. I don't know what she is using. Maybe it's a new fabric softener.
Can I make an occult check to see if I would have any idea of what might be perturbing Quinn at this point?
I want to say you'd probably want to see him first, maybe. But I'll give you a check. It's just you might not get as much
which is fine. Like, I'm just basing it off of he mentioned like getting all this religious talk, getting religious iconography, and I know he's a Bali, but I don't want to presume how much my character knows about the Bali. Like, I know a lot about the Bali.
Yeah, I will say that you'll still get information. It's just like you would need more successes on this roll than you would if you saw him in person.
That
you know
absolutely,
what I mean? But you can roll it
because then I can test him in person.
Yes. Throw holy
Take the
water
book away. Put the book on his skin. Okay, yeah, I see a rash. Okay, got it.
Walking through the doorway does something for some reason.
I mean, I'm going to be seeing him soon, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with the 3 successes that I have there. And
3
probably
successes.
not get a ton of info.
3 successes. You have 3 successes is enough to have some speculations, but you're going to want to, science this shit.
Which makes sense for Nikolai. That's kind of what he is, a scientist.
Yeah.
It's science.
As Quinn Hamish has made his way to the home of Elijah and Nikolai.
I brought some stuff with me, though. I brought my stuff from Sakura's. Because I was calling on the phone outside of her place. So.
Fair enough. So
got
you
like
have a couple of things with you.
Yeah, it's stuff about that. Not much.
The doorbell rings, I imagine.
Well, Elijah, would you like to explain what the door decoration is?
On the outside of the door, at an angle in the door frame, is a small cylinder that contains a Torah scroll because he had the house blessed.
Fair enough. So you're definitely feeling itchy just here by the door again, Quinn. Maybe it is just the fabric softener or the shampoo or something.
I probably took it with me. You know, has it stayed fairly like lightly itchy because I have the book with me, or
the book is in a duffel bag? Well, in a bag at the moment, you know.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
I don't know if it was a proximity thing or
no, that's all right.
Just radiating holy power.
Yeah, maybe you. Maybe it's because you see, the thing is, it's because you were walking.
The fresh air, just like, you know.
The fresh air, but now you've stopped for a moment and you're feeling itchy again.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to change your shampoo or something.
Yeah, something. Ding dong. Or maybe it's what's your ringer sound like?
It's probably just
Careless
whatever
whispers.
was in there, unless Elijah has upgraded it.
Elijah has not touched the doorbell. He is just like,
It's careless whisper.
probably. Elijah's the one who answers the door. He's just in a towel. Come on
Hi,
in.
Elijah. I catch you at a bad time?
Just getting out of the shower. Come on in.
Oh, thank you. It's interesting decorations that you got here.
I had a rabbi bless the house. I figure with everything else going down, we needed some sort of divine intervention in this house.
Sure, yeah, can't be too careful, right?
Yep. Uh, down that hallway is the living room, kitchen area. I'm going to go get dressed.
Thank you.
I think Kolya's in the living room. I have no idea where he went.
Definitely sitting in the living room. Probably watching the local news to just pay attention to any interesting stories that, knowing what he knows about the world that we all live in here, that many things are presented a certain way in the news when they are actually potentially signs of other shit going on within the city.
Is this the first time that
Kindred being
ever heard?
claimed for gang
go ahead.
violence and werewolves being described as strange animal attacks and things like that. So just watching the news, seeing if anything interesting pops up. And I see the look on your face,
Sure.
Adrian. You don't have to try to cook anything up if you don't have anything.
I've been thinking about just a roll. I might not have anything for you immediately, but I've been thinking about the kind of roll that you might make for that. I want to go with intelligence and investigation.
All right.
No, that's me reading things face.
A clan of rogue Famidi are terrorizing the city. Would this be the
just two
first time
successes.
that that I've heard you refer to Nikolai as Kolya?
No, he does it all the time.
Oh, okay.
It's Elijah's Russian, so he literally it's essentially him in a roundabout way calling him like Nick or Nikki.
Gotcha.
It seems fairly innocuous this evening. There doesn't seem to be too much that has gone on. The thing that you do notice, which is fairly obvious to you, is just that the motel was claimed to be the site of a meth lab and has been shut down pending further police investigation. That's not unexpected.
Level of explosion-y fire stuff that happened there. Yeah, that lines up.
But other than that, there's nothing that particularly catches your eye.
All right. Mr. Hamish. Come, sit down.
Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. It's rather nice in here.
Elijah did all of the decorating.
Yeah,
I assure you, it was literally just... I just slept in the tub in the bathroom originally when I first moved in here, and there was nothing. I very rarely used it. It was a kind of a backup spot.
Must be a big tub.
I mean, like most of our kind, I tend to be pretty much a corpse when I fall asleep, and you don't really have to worry about stiff joints anymore when you wake up, so it's a room nicely tucked into the apartment with no risk of sunlight. Of
That's
course,
fair.
Elijah modified things, so it's much more comfortable now.
Oh, yeah. No, Elijah did a great job.
He does have fantastic taste.
Yeah. Fantastic. Although some weird stuff by the front door, but, everybody's got their quirks.
Yes, I believe that is a vestige of Elijah's faith.
Ah, okay. That's neat. Kind of like this weird book Soccer gave me. It's just going to leave it in the bag and kind of push it aside.
Nikolai will take a look at it and just kind of
It's handwritten.
chuckle and shake his head a little bit and then hand it back. That's absolutely adorable. I admire the Bahari's enthusiasm, as it
Sure, she
were.
could get
They've
a
always
prince.
been a very passionate group of individuals.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, she's got money. They could invest in a printing press. Wouldn't that be cheaper or easier? Or,
I
don't
mean,
know.
to be fair to them, these things are not something you want necessarily just getting out willy-nilly, as it were.
That's fair.
Especially someone in, say, Sakura's position or our esteemed prince. They have to be a little more calculated with their comings and goings, because there is that whole masquerade thing that they have to worry about all the time. Something I've struggled with getting accustomed to myself, I must admit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just a little annoying. But I guess it's better than having angry townsfolk at our door with pitchforks, right?
Indeed. From what I understand, few events of human history are indicative of what humanity was capable of doing to our kind, and from what rumors run about, it seems that, in fairness, likely mostly due to the behaviors of my former organization, they might be starting to wise up a little bit again, and that could be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, I can see that. But I mean, hell, look what they're willing to do to each other. You know, I used to help them make all sorts of crazy weapons. So, I mean,
I'm very well aware of the deplorable proclivities of the kind. I too dabbled in some things in my breathing years that were less than ethical.
well, we were all young at some point, right?
Well, and my sire certainly approved.
Well, was your sire better than mine?
Different.
Hmm.
I would be hard pressed to describe any of our elders as better.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, I haven't met a lot of sires before, but I know I wasn't none too impressed with mine, and thankfully now he's gone.
Gly's kind of just looking Quinn over as they're chit-chatting back and forth here and waiting for Elijah to make his way back out to the living room. And he's just kind of gauging the level of discomfort.
So how much?
Has.
I would say how is this room just like littered with religious iconography or like crosses up and down on the wall?
No. So Nikolai has zero actual real religious bent. That's kind of why he eventually did decide to start trying to break away from the Sabbat, because, well, he found, like, he became obsessed with Nodism from a historical context, and he was able to glean a lot, obviously, from the sect, but the religious mentality is really what pushed him away, and thus why he also is not on actually like the path of Cain or anything like that at the moment. So yeah. And then I think, Elijah, you've only got like you said there was something on the front door, and I think we've got something on the bedroom door, correct?
He's taken the one on the bedroom door down.
So there's not really much of anything in this room.
Yeah, no, not particularly.
book on
There-
the table, and
something that possibly looks a little bit like a menorah, but it's kind of more artistic than traditional, but it's just doesn't have anything in it right now.
If it's not an actual item, then I don't think it would be. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's
only really you are feeling itchy by the front door, but once you're in here, you're kind of all right.
so Quinn's just relax, just sitting back on the couch.
you do seem much more comfortable here from what you were describing on the phone.
Yeah, I think there's just something in her sheets. Maybe some of it got on my clothes, but I think maybe it's gone now. It's a little itchy. It was a little itchy, when I got here, but I think the itch is all gone.
Do me a favor while we're waiting here. And he'll lean forward and pick the pamphlet that Sakura made back up off the table. Read the first couple pages of this. And just give me your take on Sakura's interpretation. And in fairness, I'm not going to make you figure out for role-playing purposes how to necessarily do that per se. It's more about just getting it in your hands
If you
again.
don't have the first couple pages transcribed, you're wrong.
Who art on earth?
It's not quite like that, no. But you once you get the book back and it's sort of like in your hands, you do start to feel itchy again. And when you begin to want to start reading it, it's very difficult to focus your eyes on the actual words. If you were human, your eyes would start watering, but you get a little bit of a blood sheen on your eyes. So it's not like,
but it's palpable.
You have So and you can't concentrate on the words. You don't want to, and obviously a drop of the blood from the blood tears, but it's more like your eyes are watering, falls onto the page, and you're like,
this I don't know. I'm having maybe I need some new glasses.
Nikolai will just take the book, pamphlet from him, and set it back down on the coffee table. And would I be able to make an insight check to read into what just happened with all of that?
Well, with your earlier 3, you had a suspicion, and I would say you have now scienced your suspicion.
Confirmed my suspicion.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll update my prescription if it's that hard to read these anymore.
I don't think it's going to be all pamphlets, my friend. Some.
What do you mean?
Some. I had my suspicions when you started describing how you were feeling in Sakura's haven, the farm, garden, I believe they like to call it. No doubt, being from my continued interactions with Sakura, they seem to be a very devout member of the Bahari. They've taken Madeline's Kool-Aid and are happily drinking.
Kool-Aid's blood, right?
To be fair, I don't believe they practice any strange blood bonding procedures outside of the sword. So likely not. I could
She
be
said
mistaken.
something about the sword. No, she just said something about Cain. You were the one who said something about the sword.
Yes, they have a fanatical obsession about Cain, which is likely where most of her concerns lie with me. And I understand it. Most of my kind are not trusted at this point.
Is this going to be another one of your 2-hour rants?
Elijah just like leans on the door frame. Oh, hi, Elijah. I see you've got some clothes.
Yes, I've dressed myself a lot more than I usually am.
Well, don't put yourself out on my account. I am a guest here.
He just kind of like looks around at Nikolai, just kind of like eyeballing him like, what?
Quinn is ugly.
I'm happy to see Elijah in any way Elijah wishes to.
Mikasa is
display
supiness.
themselves.
Wait, what?
So, okay, so what is going on? I heard religious talk, like, please tell me we are not about to have like a symposium or whatever you call it.
No. I've assessed something that I suspected about the Bali. There were rumors, but it seems that the old stories that you hear about Kindred and how religious iconography would affect them, it seems to be true for him.
I'm not taking it off the front door.
Oh, it's fine. That's your front door. It's not a big deal. I was just a little itchy. It's not a big deal. Not anymore.
And certainly reading the religious materials that he was provided.
Yeah, it's better than Sakura. Sakura's house, I just was everywhere, man. I was like, felt like I was covered in ants.
Wait, who is handing you religion? Did you run into the Mormons? Like, they canvass around here on occasion.
He's been staying with Sakura.
Wait, she's got religious materials now?
It doesn't take long for the Bahari to start putting things together.
Quinn holds up a pamphlet.
Oh,
I believe Sakura had made actual books, not pamphlets.
yeah, I'm just going to take that. Thank you.
I mean, she said it was handwritten. I was assuming.
I'm going to return it to her. She worked hard on this, but I don't really know. I think she could use it for her other people instead of us.
Regardless, I will continue calling it a pamphlet.
You know what? If he says you're weird about religious items, maybe the least we have in the house is a good idea if you're going to stay here long term.
It's okay. Maybe we can just keep this between us, though. We don't need to share this.
Okay, yeah, I'll come up with something. So wait, so the couch does pull out. Like, I can work on getting a day bed or something in here. Like, I'm gonna have to redecorate again.
No, it'd be fine. I just, you got a body bag or something, should be fine.
No, you're not sleeping in a I will break you of the body bag like I broke him of the tub. We sleep in proper beds in this house.
Okay, well, if you need my help with anything, just, let me know. I
got this.
Elijah does enjoy house training.
So if he pedals on the carpet, do I whack him with a magazine or can I shoot him?
Don't worry, I don't pedal on carpets. In fact, I don't really pedal much anymore.
Don't spill things either. Elijah will flip a gasket.
He remembers the throw pillow incident.
But be cautious when you bring things here to eat.
Oh, absolutely. Very respectful. I'm very respectful of other people's houses.
There is a fridge if you need to store anything in it. It's practically empty.
Oh, that's right. You enjoy those bags of blood.
Yeah, but that was, to be fair, before I got some real teeth in. So I don't know. Maybe I'll start trying something new.
Elijah's legit on his phone now looking for a daybed to put in the living room.
Sounds about right.
I don't like that one. Don't like that one. Don't like that. That'll do.
Oh, one day on Amazon.
And while they're sitting there,
Sora text me.
oh really? And while waiting for Elijah to respond, Nikolai is going to actually send a text to Madeline. Need to chat.
You do get a response. What can I do for my primogen?
Need to discuss some of my civil rights. Better to chat in person.
Shall I arrange time at the eclipse or something grander at the gardens?
A drink at the eclipse would be perfectly suitable.
I'll have my assistant get back to you.
And what is Sora's text?
Something about they're dead. I'm assuming those two he took.
Just they're dead.
Yeah, something about they took cyanide or some stuff. I skimmed the text message. I'm just glad they're dead. Quinn, do you prefer green or blue?
I never thought of it much before, but I am a fan of green.
All right, I'll get you green. Dark or light?
Ooh. Dark.
Okay.
While all of that is happening, we are transitioning back for a moment to the garden where Sakura and Michaela are discussing some details. Sakura, I believe, wants to do some quote-unquote harping this evening.
Michaela is not here for harping stuff. Michaela went straight to Sakura after another fight with James. Is like, all right, so I don't want to lie to you anymore. So I have still been talking to Lucifer in my head. So there's that.
The devil.
Yeah, I figured when you told me that he talked to you when you were kidnapped.
Yeah. I don't think the rest of the coterie needs to know technically.
No, you're not supposed to talk to him anymore.
All right, so here's the thing, right? Here's what had happened. He promised me James, and James is here.
That's a whole nother thing. Why is he still here?
I don't know. I think he wants more people to have faith or something. I think faith is a big thing for him. I don't know.
Him being here makes me so anxious.
If I bring
none of my siblings know where my sire is. So him being here makes me super anxious because she could be anywhere.
I mean, I'm pretty sure James didn't tell anyone. I think he's just So the reason James is here, I think, is because of the deal. I wouldn't say deal. More of a proof of what he can do kind of situation.
Like when he helped us with Ricky.
Sort of. It wasn't really, I didn't make a deal. It was sort of like, hey, what can you do? And then he asked me, well, what do you want me to do? That doesn't really count as a deal, right?
I think your definition of deal and his definition of deal are probably different.
Yeah. Well, he should have written it down in a contract somewhere because I didn't sign any papers.
That's not how we're okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd come here and tell you that before,
it's so
shit
dangerous.
hits the fan.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah. I don't want James to go. Even though we fight all the time. Even though he's annoying as hell. I like it that he's here.
I'm glad that you're happy he's here. I am very concerned of the way he got here now. And don't tell Madeline.
Don't tell. Yeah, I wasn't gonna tell Madeline.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't tell her. She meant Alex. There's like a whole poem in the book about how like he's bad. So
yeah. I mean, do you think I could still be a Bahari and sort of talk to Lucifer still?
I mean, yeah, it's just tread very carefully.
Yeah. I think that should be fine.
There are many ways, there are many interpretations of the book. So technically speaking, it never really specifies the hatred while also detailing it. It's a very tricky book to decipher.
Yeah. I could just ask him why our Dark Brother hates him.
I think we did that. I think he doesn't remember.
He doesn't remember, or we don't remember?
No, I think we asked him. I think he just doesn't remember. Because remember when we first met him, we were just being converted.
Oh, that's right.
Huh. So we were like learning about him and her at the same time. So I think we asked him and he just couldn't remember.
Oh.
And then the Dark Mother said, beware. So I'm going to listen to her because she can kill me more than he can.
I mean, beware doesn't mean no. Beware just sort of means be careful, right?
Yeah, but I find it best to take what they say very seriously. And
be aware. It is also beware. Like, I am aware of Lucifer. I am aware. That's a different explanation.
Well, just please be careful.
Sure, I'll be aware and careful 100%.
Please stop lying to me.
I'm not lying to you.
No, I know. I mean, in general, because...
Right.
I know it wasn't technically your fault. But, like, I've known you my whole life. My whole death.
Right. Well, I do apologize for not telling you the truth about who I was before. Because, like I said, it wasn't really...
It was also, like, for 10 years. So, like, I'm just a bit upset.
Yeah, I apologize about that. It was a whole thing. And I'm actually glad it's out in the open now that everybody knows I'm a Cative. Makes it so much easier.
But see, the problem is you didn't tell me.
Well, so I didn't tell anyone.
No, I know, but I tell you everything.
Right. Well, how about a fresh start? I will not lie to you anymore. To you specifically.
Like, I understand keeping secrets. I do. But, like, it's me.
Okay. I will make this promise to never lie to you specifically.
Okay, and I will not willingly lie to you or knowingly lie to you. Because
Okay.
Sometimes you don't always know that what you're saying isn't true.
Right.
So
But if we know the truth, we'll
Yes.
tell it.
Yes.
That makes all right.
Oh, I have a present for you.
Oh, okay. What's it?
And she will pull out a little jewelry box
Mhm.
and hand it over.
I will.
I made it for you.
The jewelry box looks
No,
great.
open it.
Oh, okay. I thought you all right, I'm gonna open the jewelry box.
It's a little silver pendant with it's a Canterbury bells, which is like
Aw.
a purple bell flower.
I love it.
And on the back is very faintly carved in the symbol of the Dark Mother.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I made myself a matching one with the camellia.
I love it. Thank you.
It's just I really care about you.
I know, and I care about you too.
I've known you forever, and I don't like I get lies. Just I don't like being lied to.
You
I
hear
know-
the sound of footsteps come running into the room. Boop, 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 boop. Little footsteps.
Hi, Ricky.
Miss Sakura, oh, Miss Michaela, Miss Sakura,
Hi.
and he holds
Oh,
up
what's
his
that?
hand and shows you his hand. On the back of his hand, you see growing out of it is a small blood red rose. I don't think this is normal.
No, that's not a super great thing. Come here. Let me see.
You think this is a dark mother thing?
Well, it reminds me a bit of a dream I had last night. Haven't had a
Right,
dream in
right.
a while.
I had the same dream, I think.
Oh, that's never worrisome.
Do you think we should try to do some research about what it
Well,
might
I
be?
mean, I thought the dream was Bahari related, but it shouldn't touch Ricky.
True.
So, like, observing.
I tried pulling it out and it hurt and then it grew back.
Ooh, so, like,
What happened when
observing
you
it-
pulled it out? Like, what happened to the thing? Did it is it still there? Is it still? I mean, like the
other
flower
one?
itself. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the floor. I was kind of freaking out.
How badly does it hurt?
I mean, it feels like it's growing.
If I pull it again, are you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna
It
I'm not gonna not
hurts.
let her do that, and I'm gonna look at it.
Cool. You can make me
Just-
let's go for wits and medicine roll.
That is 2 successes.
You don't have enough knowledge here, particularly of what exactly is happening, but you feel around a bit in Ricky's skin, and you do feel like there is a slow bit of growth happening just under the skin.
If I look at it with Sense Unseen, do I see anything different?
You do. You get an absolutely blinding
Oh,
migraine,
Jesus.
and your resolve drops by half
And it is
for the
incredibly
rest
familiar to her.
of the day.
Yeah, no, it's the Bahari thing.
Oh, it's a Bahari thing.
Yeah, it's same thing happens when they look at Madeline with my special eyes. It's yeah, no, it's a super Bahari thing. I don't know why it's touching Ricky. Oh fuck, I know why it's touching Ricky.
Do you think it's because Madeline found out that Ricky is here?
You probably probably. I don't think she likes my definition of taken care of.
Yeah, I don't think that's what she wanted either.
No, it's not, but she didn't say, so loophole. But I don't know if this is her or her or someone else, but it's Bahari for sure.
Do I am going to try and use, what does premonition do? I feel like it can
Gives
use
you a premonition.
I think I'm gonna just premonition into the void if I
Do
can
so.
figure out what's happening.
Do so. You make a rouse check and then you roll for me, please.
Yeah, let me do the rouse checky first.
The right.
It is a success, so I do not get hungry. And then
I want to set resolve in all specs, but give me a second while I find the right page on my. I used to make this roll all the time. I should know it off by heart. It's like, let me premonition that. Auspex.
I feel like it wits and
Yeah, resolve and Auspex.
awesome. Do I add? No, it's just resolve and aspects. All right.
Yeah.
It is.
You can rouse the blood if you want to.
It is a 8 success. Yeah, it's an
My
8 success.
goodness. 8 successes.
Yes.
You focus in on Ricky and the rose for a moment and let your eyes sort of lose their focus. And you feel yourself internally being swept away. You're back in that hallway that you dreamt about this morning. In front of the door, this now being covered in more and more vines of blood red roses, the thorns dripping with blood. And there's the door that is calling to you.
I'm going to go towards the door in my premonition.
You turn the handle of the door, and as you feel the doorknob in your hands, you can feel it sort of prickles into your flesh and lets out a few drops of blood. It's painful, but not enough to have you cry out as you push open the doorway. And you see a very familiar landscape. Skies that are the color of nighttime with auroras of red. Tall trees that seem to reach into the sky. Occasionally with figures that seem to be merged into some of the trees. And in the center of a clearing, a massive scarecrow that begins to change and twist and grow like a tree into the form of an enormous woman, cloaked in a green hood, long red hair. She looks to you and says, "It is almost time."
Do I recognize this as anybody? Is it my
You
dark
recognize
mama?
this as the Dark Mother.
All right. Time for what?
His test, child. I was asked to mediate. And mediate I shall. And you feel yourself being pulled back out of the vision, and you're back in the room.
Yeah, it's definitely a Bahari thing. I saw the Dark Mother. I don't know who's getting tested, but somebody's going through a test. And she's gonna be there to mediate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it
No,
Ricky's gonna get tested?
So basically, I had a couple choices on how to go about fulfilling Madeline's request.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize this would be the result. I think this one's my fault. I keep breaking shit. I don't mean to keep breaking shit.
No, I mean, it's okay. Do you want me to see like a second opinion?
I don't think we need one. I think it's pretty clear, and I also really don't want to ask Madeline, but that is where we have to go. Basically, Ricky has to be judged.
Well,
And
that's not good.
this can go very good or very bad, but I trust it more than what Madeline asked me to do. So it's a loophole. Could go very poorly. Could go very good. Terrifying, regardless.
What do you want to do, Ricky?
I don't want to be a flower bed, Miss Michaela.
Buddy, it's okay. We'll fix it. I'm sorry. This is my fault, buddy.
Do you want to go through this test or whatever?
I don't know. I only woke up like not long ago.
All right, buddy. I didn't want to have to talk to you about this. But you know how the prince is in charge, right?
Yes.
Oh, she wants me to help her be in charge, but she asked me to do something, and I found a loophole. And because she asked me to do something very not good that involves you, and I found a loophole, and I didn't know this is what would happen. But basically, in order for us to peacefully continue existing here, you have to meet the Dark Mother.
He pulls his onesie over his head and sort of pulls the strings tight over
I know,
his
buddy.
little
I
face.
know. I thought I'd be able to find a better way, but it's better. Trust me, that is better than what you wanted me to do.
Can I call Mr. Sora? I think I want to go play some Pokemon for a
Yeah,
while.
buddy. We don't have to do it now, of course, but soon. And if you really don't want to, I will figure out another way.
Okay.
But that is your decision. And I'm not going to say it's going to be safe, but it's safer than facing Madeline.
Okay.
But if you don't want to, I will do something. I will figure it out because I don't want you to have to do anything you don't want to do.
I can think. But I wanna go play with Sora if that's okay.
That's okay. Do you want Sora to come here or do you want to go to Sora?
My fingers don't work the phone very well.
Oh, I will pull out my phone and dial Sora on speaker.
Hello?
Sora, Ricky would like to talk to you.
Sure. What's up? What's going on?
You're on speaker.
Hey,
Hold
Miss
it.
Sora, can we play some Pokemon? I'm having a bad day.
Aw, yeah. I have to take care of a few things real quick because we had to deal with some really crazy, creepy people. So I just need to get some more information about that. And then after that, yeah, we could come meet up and play some Pokemon.
Can I come
Sora,
with you?
Do you like werewolves?
Probably. I don't know.
Mm,
I like Growlithe. Oh, they like Growlithe.
Yeah.
they're actually
Yeah.
pretty chill, to be fair.
Okay, if you want to come meet Finn, that's fine.
Ooh. Didn't
Wait.
think that one through. How about you don't do that? I don't know how safe that is.
Wait, what?
Sora, think about that one really hard for a second.
Seems fine to me. I don't know what the issue is, but okay. I mean, you're the one watching
Okay,
it.
hold on. I'll give you a hint.
Mm-hmm.
Super advanced technology. Remember what Ricky is?
Well, yeah. What does that have to do with the technology?
I'm gonna have to actually spell it out, hun.
You can send it to me via message, but hey, look, I'm not trying to step in anyone's shoes. If you don't want him to be around Finn, that is fine. I'm just saying the offering is there if he wants to come back. Because I have no issues.
I don't trust him near Tony Stark.
What's wrong? First of all, Tony Stark saved their life, risked their life to save the entire universe.
He also did a bunch of bad shit.
And he also made Ultron, so
Exactly. See, that was she got it without even knowing she got it.
Okay, see, so that's a bit unfair. I feel like his positives highly outweigh his negatives. I mean, we all make mistakes one time.
Tony Stark also sold weapons to the government, and
and it helped stop a Cthulhu invasion. I'm just saying. First, okay, and Finn, we don't even know we're comparing him to Finn. We have never seen Finn do anything bad. So, I mean, I'm just saying. But it's okay. I'm not going to put
it. That I don't trust because of how special Ricky is. And I
what,
have
you trying to say I'm not special? You trying to say I'm not special? Is that what you're saying?
I'm
you can
saying
throw me to the
you
wolves?
are special, and Finn has a very vested interest in you because you are special. And I don't necessarily want those eyes for special things on Ricky.
Sora, I'm turning into Bulbasaur.
Wait, what?
Oh, he's not wrong. Yeah, we're having a bit of a Bahari issue.
Bahari issue? Wait,
yeah,
what?
it's roses and blood roses, and it's a thing.
A rose. Well, that's weird. I had a dream about a rose.
Oh, fuck. You did?
Yeah, I woke up saying Sakura, but I guess you didn't hear me. Do you know what this is about?
Michaela, it wasn't just us.
Who else was it? Do you think it was
Apparently Sora. Oh, God. Okay.
Wait, you all had a dream?
Sakura's going to text a group chat and say who else had a dream about doors and blood roses.
How are you? Wait, I hear your fingers on the phone. Can you put it on mute before you do the text?
No, I can text
Too late.
while you're
We
on
already
speaker.
did it.
It's not hard.
I don't want to be a Bulbasaur, Sora.
We're gonna.
How are you having a Bulbasaur? What's happening?
Yeah. It's. Did anyone respond to the text?
Well, I'm talking on the phone, so I mean, I'm presuming the text isn't for me. The text is for Quinn and Nikolai and Elijah. So,
well, so when your phone's on speaker, you can check your text. So you could, it's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Sora just heard the.
Like she's keeping an eye on it.
a second.
Yeah, I thought it was Bahari specific dream. If it's a universal dream, that's terrifying. If it's Coterie related, that's also terrifying. Less so than universal.
Nikolai would let Elijah respond if a response is going to be given.
Elijah just goes, yeah, Kolya and I both.
Shit.
You guys had a weird dream too?
And he just goes, why?
Please hold is the text she sends back. Well, shit. This is a group project.
Language.
Quinn texts back. What do you mean weird dream? You had a weird dream too?
Oh God. Okay. And she is just gonna extend the call to everybody, so everybody gets an incoming call, except Sora, who's already on the line.
Sakura, why are we
Michaela
having
doesn't pick up.
Yeah, because you'll have an echo.
Fair.
Quinn's just gonna like lean over by Elijah's phone.
So only Elijah.
Elijah just puts it on speaker and goes, why are we having a conference call?
Yeah, because
I'm turning into Bulbasaur, Elijah.
Because Ricky's turning into Bulbasaur.
Wait,
What's a Bulbasaur?
what?
You know what a Bulbasaur is, Quinn. Shut up.
I wasn't going to justify him with the response. Yeah,
I think it's that Pokemon that looks a little bit like a cactus.
Oh, he's turning into a cactus?
What's
No.
a Pokemon?
What's a
I feel like you're all
shush
messing
you.
with me now, and this is serious business.
Poor fortunate souls. That's okay.
Kolya, you literally have a smartphone. I bought you one. Look up Pokemon.
No, we're being messed with. Anyway, yeah. So Ricky, and the Dark Mother and I may have messed up, but also maybe good. But I might need some help. And doesn't sound like I wasn't even gonna ask for help, but the dream tells me I have to.
So this is Bahari shit.
It is, and it's my fault.
So you know we're not a Bahari, right?
No,
why
it's
are
a-
we-
Yeah,
why are we
I'm
getting-
not.
It's
Why are we
Coterie
getting-
related.
Wait, what did you get us involved in?
What did
did you
you
say?
do, Sakura?
Oh, did I? I think I told you guys about the request that was made during Elysium to take care of Ricky.
Oh, I think so.
And I decided to leave it up to the Dark Mother because she had very nice things to say about him. I didn't realize that we'd have to take him there, and I didn't realize that it would involve all of you.
So you didn't throw us into this escapade. We got
Not on
Violet selected?
purpose.
So
Yeah,
is there
I-
a button where I can unsubscribe from her
Yeah.
emails?
It might involve Ricky turning into a flower.
That sounds like Bahari stuff. Why does that have to involve the rest of us?
Well, because you were chosen, I guess.
Well,
Well, I
return
don't
to
want-
sender.
I don't want Ricky to turn into a
Yeah,
Bulbasaur
that's
either.
the thing. I would usually agree with you, but Ricky, it's for Ricky.
Yeah. So it sounds like, to be honest, you screwed up. Finn,
I'm aware. I'm fully aware. But
Finn might be your best chops for this. Just to give how this can be stopped.
No, you don't want to mix those things.
Why not?
It's the whole thing.
I think we should keep vampire problems. Keep werewolves out of vampire business.
It's kind of like mixing bleach and ammonia,
have to go-
right?
We have to go to Madeline.
Can I make an occult check to see how the Dark Mother interacts with werewolves? Because see, I know that the Dark Mother is actually very
Sure.
close with were creatures. But Sora,
Do we have to go to Madeline?
Sure, you can make intelligence.
It sounds
with
like
alcohol.
you need to go to Madeline.
No, I know, but the dream tells me that she wants you guys to be involved. and I'd love if you would just do it. But
just
if
call her.
not,
I don't work for cults
I
anymore.
know, but I don't believe you.
Yeah, the last time I
She
was
needs
around,
to keep her stuff to her believers,
I
not
know.
last
over
time
to the
I was
rest of
around
us.
her, you guys were cutting some poor people open, and
Okay, I
was
am
not a fun time.
extending an official offer of a major boon to anyone who assists me.
I mean, I'm right here. I'm going.
See, if you're not nice like Michaela and are gonna just help me save Ricky, I will do the official thing and offer a boon to those who will help me.
Well, I just say I have a way. I'm pretty sure. By the way, that was 7 successes with a crit.
It is very. It's a gray area depending on, sept to sept, tribe to tribe, because there are a number of Guru who feel very strongly that, the Dark Mother's presence in the Umbra is something that should not be tolerated and should not be there. There are some that have a different sort of understanding as it being more related to Meiji type things than it is to Kindred type things. So it's a gray area. You would have to get a beat on the specifics of how they would feel.
Gotcha. So it's not a universal viewpoint that Guru views the Dark Mother as a part of their lineage per se. It's more due to the fact that they're in the Umbra. It's more a case by case scenario.
Yeah, and it's not that you would even understand about the Umbra per se.
Yeah, that's true.
It's because that's not really something that Kindred ever really deal with. It's just that, yeah, the understanding that you would have would be like, yeah, some of them view it as just more as bad nonsense that needs to be taken care of because it's bad vampire stuff, and others think of it as like it's more related to mage type thingies. So, let them deal with that.
All right. Well, how about this? I won't be bring Ricky along. No offense, Ricky. I wish I could, but it seems like Sakura has staked her flag, and this is the hill that she's going to die on. So what I will do instead is I would just bring this issue to Finn to see what Finn has to say, and then if he has positive vibes for it, and maybe have a solution, then perhaps we can bring him involved. Because I'll be honest, while I want to save Ricky, I am going down the Gokano route. This Bahari madness is a madness. So
I would request that you keep the details out of it and more than just say that you have a Dark Mother related task and you wanted an opinion.
Yeah, I would definitely keep it a bit more vague at first.
As opposed to Ricky turning into Bulbasaur. Like, please don't share that.
I'm not even sure they know what Bulbasaur is, but okay, I'll double check. Because if Quinn and Nikolai doesn't know who Bulbasaur is, there's a good possibility Finn doesn't.
Relax, I'm showing them right now, and he's literally like Googled the photo, just been like this.
My child is growing roses out of his body.
Well, that sounds like something you should probably deal with.
That's what I'm trying to. Why do I try?
He's asking for help, man. That's
Can't you
what
just
she's
clip 'em
asking
off?
for.
Like
No, apparently it
permanent?
grows back.
No,
Oh.
this part.
Is it like a
Please.
real rose, or
The reason we have to go to Madeline is because she is the only way I know how to get to where we need to go. And also, the request was made by Madeline herself, so I feel like it's a thing.
Okay, well, I'll see if there's a secondary way via another route. Because as stated, I want to help Ricky out. So if we have no choice, as long as it doesn't involve hurting or killing innocent people, I'm looking at you, Sakura.
Listen, I'm not even the most recent person to have done something terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear it.
Okay, I'm just saying, as long as the requirements doesn't involve hurting innocent people, then of
Also,
course.
we need to have a talk
Nobody's
about
innocent.
your views of innocent. And
There's nobody innocent in
logic.
this world.
What are you all, the Punisher? Like, where do you get this mindset from? This is, okay, I'll let you all know what I find.
Elijah just hands his phone to Kolya and goes to get a bottle to drink because he's just like, I'm done.
So basically, I am formally requesting assistance for those of you who do not want to actually just help me and be awesome and be my friends. If you don't want to do that, I'm officially extending a boon.
Well, you already know where I stand.
Yeah, I know some of you will only listen to the official terms.
I got your back as long as it does involve hurting people.
Will involve hurting people.
Technically, it wasn't
But
people.
Michaela doesn't say that out loud.
Okay.
That Kira doesn't.
Let's say if you did,
that Sora picks it up, but Michaela's like, involve hurting people for sure.
Sacrifice, nothing major.
That was a different thing.
Any research and knowledge that I can provide you, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah, we're good at books.
I'm basically asking you guys to go on a trip.
I have no intention of taking part in any cultish rituals.
I don't think it's a ritual as much as it is making sure Ricky gets out safely.
Via some kind of Bahari cultish ritual. So,
maybe we
it's just
can
like
work
a
on
portal
Listen,
opening.
To be
again,
fair,
I will help you with whatever knowledge I can provide.
You might not have to do the ritual. It might be like we get a +1.
The last time I stepped into a portal, no good ever came out of it.
No, Ricky, we got Ricky.
We got Ricky.
Yeah, and it was terrifying. I'm not going into any more supernatural portals.
Nikolai, maybe we can go to the lab and cook something up that could help Ricky.
Maybe don't do science projects on my child.
Well, science projects, sacrificing innocence. I mean, which one's worse?
Science experiments.
What?
Because there's no such thing as innocent people anymore.
We have to drink the blood of humans to survive. Sometimes there's some accidents.
You all do.
That's a choice.
I'm perfectly fine with rats. Rats is grade A delicious. Quality.
There's an argument for
and
the
nutrition.
humanity of rats, but
Yeah, I take donations, so
there's still blood. So I don't know why you're so hung up on this, because there's other people who do worse things than just a murder to save their kid. So
You
Go by the
murder
scale
someone
now.
to save your own kid.
You go by a scale now. It's fine. It's fine. As stated
I mean,
before,
technically Ricky's adopted.
we're all it's so are you, first off. So you're
Sorry, first off.
Kolya, are you actually sure you want to adopt this one?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Because I'm
Wait, what?
starting to want to rescind the papers.
Wait, what?
Wait, what happened? Y'all are adopting. Who are y'all?
Hey,
Y'all
we're
adopting
giving
twins?
Why does no one go through the process?
we're giving her a perfectly valid alternative to human sacrifice and cult rituals.
You don't even know if we're gonna do a human sacrifice.
I mean, the track record.
I will say on the term of cult
First of all
rituals,
of you have murdered people before.
most of,
Okay.
most.
And Sora, don't even act.
No, first
Don't
of all,
even act perfectly around us when you almost killed your sire.
Oh, first of all, I've never heard an actual
almost
human.
killed
I've
your
never
sire.
killed a human before, so we put that in clarification.
It
first.
doesn't matter.
So yes, it
They're
does because a
just
human
weak people.
no, there's a difference. Kindred is kindred. Humanity is humanity.
There's a perspective, and you need to reevaluate it. But
And then you're asking for help with this type of pitch? Oh, you got to be kidding me. You know what?
you're the one giving me
They
trouble.
hang up.
Oh, that little.
They hang up.
Oh, that little.
And
Okay, we don't need them.
With Sora's hang up there, I am imagining that Sora is going to be trying to head to Eat and Take to try and arrange a meeting.
Yep, because even with the type of backlash, they're still going to do what they said they were going to do and ask Finn if there may be a secondary side of the spectrum to help out with. And of course,
Nikolai, I think we can figure something out.
Sakura is going to send a text to Sora while continuing her conversation with everyone else because that was rude.
Very good. And I believe with these conversations and Sora's conversations that will be happening with Finn, which we will get to Sora in... Hold on. Let me double check here. Next weekend is Comic-Con.
2 weeks.
Correct. 2 weeks. In 2 weeks?
Oh, no, 3 weeks, actually, right?
Wait, so why weren't you
Buddy,
here
your
next week?
Comic-Con is next week.
The Comic-Con is next week, but I thought we weren't going to be here.
Comic-Con is next week.
Doing a
So
count.
you won't be here for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gen Con will be the weekend after that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
Yes.
about. Yeah,
All
so
right.
yeah.
So, to our lovely viewers, in 2 weeks for Gen Con, we, as a number of our cast will be there, go and say hi. And we will take that Sunday off. But we will pick up with Sora's conversation in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone else's conversations we will pick up with in 1 week.
Next week.
Next.
Scheduling is hard, folks.
Schedules are the pits.
But thank you all so much for joining us today on Blood on the Bayou, and we'll see you all next time. We love you.
Look in the mirror, is that what you saw? You act like a diamond, you act like a star. You can't control feelings, so look at the sun. I'll see through the eyes of a human at all. Oh, that's what I told you, that you sold yourself. Clouds are raining, scarecrows ain't scaring, the music's reflecting, nothing at all. Your lips are shaking, your skin is shedding off.